Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is India. So I'm going to be starting my gardening early March. It's March 15th, well, kind of like mid-March. And I wanted to start because my garden is pretty bare and I don't really have like much there's no flowers or anything in my garden. And yesterday I started working on like my garden and everything. And crocodile, sorry, it's my son. And I've also started composting, and I'll show a little bit of all that. But right now I want to start sowing my seeds. And I'm gonna do them indoors. I'm using this Jiffy like peat moss pots. I like this because I could just put them directly into the ground and I don't have to like try to, you know, worry about ruining the roots or anything like that. So usually what I'll do once they're grown, I'll just like take the bottom off because it'll be like really soft, so you could just rip it off and then put it right into the ground. So that's why I like those. And I will be planting painted daisies, Shasta daisies, purple coneflower, and black eye Susans. And then I want to do more, but I wanted to start with these because these are perennials. They'll come back every year, and I'm kind of more familiar with these ones because my mom has a lot of them in her garden. And once I start gardening, adding more flowers and things, I'll start experimenting with more. So yeah, so right now I'm just going to sow my seeds. Okay, that's great. Because these are like really small, I'm just gonna sprinkle these. Okay, so it's been about a month or so since I transplanted these. I actually put them in my front yard at first, but they weren't getting enough sun. So that is Shasta daisies here, these three. And then that is a black eye Susan. And this area over here, I'm gonna do like a wildflower garden. And then my dog, of course, steps on my marigold. This stump, I'm gonna kind of leave it like how it is because there's snakes that like to sit in there, and you know, I don't want to disturb that area, so I'm just gonna plant around it. And then I plan on planting some sunflowers that I started from seed. Around the same time I did plant marigolds, and I had 4 of them, but something ate one of them. So I had white and yellow marigolds, so those are there. And then I'm gonna plant some more. And then I did start zinnias, which didn't do they're coming back. They're doing better, but originally they were kind of like, as you can see, not doing well because kind of got scorched in the sun and had to bounce back. So that's them now, and then we're gonna kind of fill up this area. So yeah. And these are my painted daisies. I had to redo them because the first time I tried to germinate them, they didn't germinate, and only one did, and then for some reason it just died. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Yeah, 5 of them, and they're doing okay. Part shade, so I keep them over here because this area doesn't get too much sun. And then I'm going to start some seeds in these pots today once I get some time. And then over here, more black eyed Susans started. I have these sunflowers, chamomile. These are cucumbers, which I'm going to be starting a vegetable garden. I have more zinnias, and I'm going to actually do some more zinnias because I really have a lot of seeds, and I want to get a different variety as well. But I really like zinnias, and they attract pollinators from what I understand. This is my first year doing them. So, but I liked how they looked in my mom's garden, so I'm gonna do a lot of those. And then I have another sunflower. This one hasn't came up. And then these are eggplants, and some of these are actually old seeds, like the cucumber, which I have to get in the ground because it's already coming out the bottom, and there's a lot of them in there. I didn't expect that all of the seeds to come up because the seeds were 2 years old. And then these eggplants is also, the seeds are 2 years old, but they just came up, so everything looks good. And then I tried to start my cosmos indoors, but it wasn't enough sun getting in that area, so I started them here, and they're doing really well. It's in this pot, and I'm going to leave them in that pot. And yeah, I think now I'm just going to start some more marigolds. And okay guys, so I forgot to mention the purple coneflowers that I started in the beginning of the video. So I tried to germinate those twice and it didn't work. The first time I tried to do it, only one came up, and it really didn't even last a week. It just died. And then the second time I tried to do it, only 2 came up, and one of them I never really grew, just like the first time. And then the second one, I forgot to water it, so that's my fault, and it ended up dying. So I googled how to get them to germinate, and it did say that they do require cold stratification. So I decided to try that method. And this is something that happens like naturally outside, but you can mimic it by putting the seeds in a paper towel, damping it, and then putting it in a Ziploc bag for about 3 to 4 weeks. So that's what I did, and I can show you guys really quick what that looked like. Okay. So my refrigerator, and I just have them in this plastic baggie, and like I said, I put it in a damp paper towel, and then I just spread the seeds around and folded the paper towel and placed them into a Ziploc bag, and I just dated it so that I remember when I did it, so I know when to take it out. And that was basically it. So starting flowers from seed is definitely harder than I thought it would be, but hopefully everything will bloom, or if not bloom this year, they'll bloom next year. I did start some roses in the garden too. I started those from bare root, but I won't really see like any blooms until next year, which is kind of like disappointing, but I'll show my journey with that. And then the vegetable and fruit garden, and just like everything. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.